Good morning, guys.
What's going on?
Morning.
Just another day, and this day I was made sure I was up bright and early on time for Marty. I did not want to
Hey,
miss
my
it.
clock said 7:59. I think we're early today.
Yeah,
Yeah, we are a minute early. I see that.
we are. We
Oh,
are. I was yeah, it was not I was not going to be able to forget it this week. So, how's your guys' weekend?
Awesome.
Yeah,
good.
so you guys
Busy.
you guys hang out, do anything for the old Super Bowl? That was the big thing on the weekend, right?
It was a big thing on the weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, and we were talking a little bit beforehand. McNames, you're a longtime Seattle fan,
Yep.
so you got to
Like 1 year, a long time, or like truly a long time?
I started like in December. No, for my whole life I've liked them. So I've been through a lot of bad years, and lately we've had some good years.
so this the question I always ask people: how did you become a Seattle fan, and how did you resist being a Chicago fan?
Uh, resist the Chicago fan because I don't really like any Chicago team. I
Okay,
don't know why. I'm probably against the norm there. I root for the White Sox, but I really don't classify them as a team anymore. They're just a bunch of guys that go out there and hit the ball or try to hit the ball. But now root for the Blackhawks. But then that's about it. Uh, being a kid, I don't even really remember how old I was. I was just watching football, and it happened to be the Seahawks, and they're playing the Broncos back when they were in the AFC. And truthfully, I kind of thought their uniforms looked pretty cool, and I like some of the players. My favorite player all time, Steve Largent, and bam, just stayed with them.
I got you.
And there were a lot of bad times in the 80s. So.
Well, I'm just always curious about how people. I mean, obviously, Marty, you're from Iowa, so Iowa doesn't have really a professional football team, so
Yeah, they do. Minnesota Vikings.
they go to Minnesota or Kansas City, correct?
Yeah, I'm a half hour from the Minnesota border, so that's all I ever watch for Viking games.
Yeah, so that's normal, that's
Yeah.
understandable, but a lot of people Chicago fans. And yeah, I'm always curious how people avoid that. But anyways,
Yeah.
football was this weekend, but
Yeah.
so
We
you
hosted.
yeah, so Thursday was team sectionals. I think yeah, we didn't get a chance to catch up who wrestled, but right. So
Can I give you a quick second?
yeah, go ahead.
So we had our kids club tournament this past Sunday too. Where
Okay.
we had like 597 kids in the tournament. But a lot of people talked to me about the podcast, and a lot of them were talking about we need a little bit more cowbell.
Cowbell.
Yeah, you ever seen that skit with Will Ferrell on Saturday Night Live?
More cowbell.
More cowbell. They're asking for more high school stuff. They say we
Okay.
talk about too much college.
Yeah.
So we got to appease the crowd, and we got to start getting a little bit more high school based.
Or maybe they need to follow a little bit more of college wrestling.
That's true, but you know what? When it was more than 4 people, then I'm like, hey, yeah, we'll do it. We'll do some high school wrestling stuff because I mean, yeah. But it was
Go ahead.
after the season. We'll talk about the tournament and stuff and everything at Oniga. But it was absolutely wonderfully done. It's incredible. You know, from when Dick Schrader and I started our first tournament, like in 1993 to where it is now, it's just awesome. But we'll
Okay.
talk about that in the off season.
I got you. So Hanani had a kids club tournament. Thursday was the team sectional.
Yep.
Hananiga beat Grant in their duel. Lena Winslow won their duel. And I believe that was it. Dixon won theirs as well.
Dixon won.
Yeah, Dixon won.
So I'll kind of piggyback. We hosted the girls regional for IHSA this on Saturday here. And I had a lot of comments about the podcast, and a few were, you guys talked a lot about golf. I thought it was a wrestling podcast, and but a lot of positive things. And yeah, we had in the girls region. So the girls regionals are basically a sectional. There's 30 teams because right now numbers, but there was about 170 girls here, and we ran it. And I'm going to give shout out to some local girls just in the conference that took first. You got the Saya girl. I'm not going to try to pronounce her last name, from East. Bella Castelli from Hananiga took first. Emily Taylor here from Belvedere took first. Aiken girl from Jefferson and a Haywood girl from Guilford. So the Nick 10 had a pretty good showing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And it was interesting seeing a lot of the coaches that Evan Thorpe, who was a longtime coach down at Dixon, and is now back helping out. And then he was helping coach the girls. So it's kind of cool to see him. And I saw Staver from Lena Winslow. But yeah, it was interesting to see and to watch. I mean, there's some girl from Sycamore, this Durst girl. She is a badass. She is a definite badass. Yeah.
She's tough. Well, I'll have to look out for her. What was your guys' layout? I saw a picture. I thought was the layout was you guys. How did you lay out the mats and stuff?
We had
Was it all in the big?
Yep, we did it all in the main wood gym. We just had one side of bleachers out, 4 mats on the floor, so it was pretty much, bleacher to wall mats, and then so we ran up until the semifinals. And then we broke down 2 mats, pulled out both sides of bleachers. But we started at 9. We only took the one break to break down the mats, and out of here by 4:30.
So,
Now,
did this qualify them for state?
It qualifies them for the sectional.
So there's a sectional yet too.
Yeah, so now
Okay.
they go down to DeKalb this weekend for the
Okay.
sectional, and they have 3 regionals feed into their sectional. So
Okay.
it's 12 girls down there, and then I think they take the top. They took top 4 from here. I think they take the top 4 from the sectional then to
Okay, cool.
yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I'd be curious about I was really curious about the layout. So 4 mats and when you put the 4 mats in there and they go up to the other side of the bleachers, is there room on the other side of the bleachers? Like, is there a gap or is it all the way up to the bleacher?
There was about between the edge of the mat and the wall of the bleachers, maybe about 2 feet. So we used the 7 sections, and we didn't put down the one middle section. The way they butted up to the other mat gave enough room between the circles. So then we just put that section along the wall in case anyone went flying into the wall or anything.
I got you.
Pretty similar to Geneseo back in the day. They fit 4 mats on that floor.
Okay, yeah. All right.
So not a lot of room around the mats. A lot like kids tournaments. You got people standing everywhere, but yeah, it worked. I mean, we never had any stoppages or anything. So,
well, here's another question. I got a picture. Somebody asked me. They sent me a picture of a cannon, and they asked me if I ever got to shoot the cannon. And I said, I've never seen the cannon. Is that something new?
That's new. That was a Sternquist. He brought the cannon in.
Okay. Now, where do you get a cannon like that from?
It's a prop.
Okay.
I had no clue where he got it.
It's not from like.
It's not a real cannon, no.
Okay.
But yeah, he has it sitting out in the lobby now.
I see. We got to get it. If you're gonna, we got to do it. You got to do a real cannon so you can.
Well, I think the school may frown upon that part, but I don't know.
Well, don't they do one at like the Tampa Bay Buccaneer games or something?
That's a professional sport.
Yeah, they have liability and everything.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. I got a picture sent to me of that, and I was like, no, that's a new thing. I've never seen that before. But
Yeah,
the
that's
cannon.
only been here a few years, so.
Okay. So we had high school team sectionals, girls regionals, and the Super Bowl. We also had Iowa versus Ohio State last Friday.
We're not going to really talk about college wrestling, though. Remember, we're going to focus on high school.
The hard part of what you tell me, Marty, what's a high school thing that you have off the top of your head?
High school?
Yep.
Just the sectionals. I mean, I didn't even know Iowa wrestled last weekend.
I don't think they knew they were wrestling.
Yeah. I have no idea.
Yeah. I think the hard part about talking about high school wrestling really is, again, regionals. There's some good matchups. There's some decent things, but nothing really significant. There's again, the argument from the thing that I focus on, and maybe this is not such a good thing, is I focus on like obviously the negative aspect that Liam Kelly's situation, he's not that they're currently going in through. I think about the fact that there's some regionals that don't have a lot of numbers, and what does that mean, and then obviously the setup for sectionals. I mean, yeah, I don't really know the brackets. I don't know necessarily how many matchups are going to be that significant. I don't know how many kids are actually going to qualify for state. I mean, obviously there's some kids that could, but I don't know off the top of my head. I don't have a list of like, ones that are going to go. So I guess my critique or pushback to anybody who wants us to talk about high school wrestling, what in particular would we reference outside of the fact that we've already talked about a lot that is able to be talked about?
Well, I think the big one is the duels. I think Hananiga and Fox Lake Grant had a great duel, and they did a lot of manipulating of weight classes to do that. And people sometimes forget about that it's like a chess match when you're trying to make it down to the state tournament. You move guys around and do what you have to do. And sometimes it works out great and sometimes it's deadly to you. But
yeah,
Hananiga did a really good job of moving guys around.
Did you go, Marty?
No, I followed it though online.
Well,
Well, they moved Sundell up 215.
Yeah, wait a minute, 90.
And
yeah,
he got a tech fall. I mean,
Yeah,
here's the thing. You look at it, like we said, their big four needed to come through, and they came through big time.
they came through big time.
And then they had, I mean, you can, did you see?
I was gonna
video of the
Yeah, I was gonna
back? I mean,
I was gonna bring that up. Now what was the result of that match?
it was medical default, so Hananiga won by 6.
Okay.
Yeah,
So like think about that. Like okay, so he
I mean, it was no doubt a slam.
Oh yeah, it was a straight up
It was 5 all day back in the freestyle days.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
so I
how-
mean obviously
that's
that
how they won the tournament. That's how they won the duel,
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, right?
I mean, yeah, it was a big swing match because what they win by 3.
Yeah, 3 or 4. Yeah,
So that's kind of, I guess my brain was defaulting into that. As you said, oh, it's a lot about manipulating the lineup.
It is.
I thought right away of like, well, Marty, not so much this one. This one, although people are moving around lineups, I mean, a kid on the varsity level did a suplex and cost the team a duel. I mean, that's really what happened. I mean, I don't know what the score of that match was beforehand, but I would imagine it wasn't going to end in a medical default if he didn't slam him.
well, it must not have looked that way to the officials,
What do you mean?
right? I mean, it wasn't called, was it?
No,
What's that?
it was called a slam.
It was
Yeah.
called the slam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How would he?
The Hananiga kid got slammed, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah. So
Okay.
that they ended up getting 6 there instead of
yeah.
I don't
Maybe
yeah
3.
like, I don't know if it was what the score was where it was at in the match. I mean,
Yeah.
they could have still won the match, but then it would have been a tie duel. And
Yeah,
It was it was an
But-
unfortunately
Hey.
bad decision by that
yeah,
that kid.
hey, sometimes you need Marty, you need a break here and there.
yeah. Oh my God, do you ever?
Especially you got good teams against good teams, and
Right.
what are you gonna do?
Yeah. So that was a back and forth deal. That was a close one, but obviously on the team state side, the bottom half is like tough, right? So Hananiga feeds into St. Charles, right?
St. Charles.
Yeah.
And then they feed into
Marmion, maybe.
Marmion. Yeah. Marmion's on the bottom side with some other people. Let me look real quick.
Juggernaut.
Yeah, you got to go through the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hananiga
It is what it is.
feeds into St. Charles. St. Charles feeds into most likely Marmion, and then
What do you mean St. Charles feeds in?
or sorry,
Yeah.
whoever wins.
There you go.
that,
Okay, get that straight.
whoever wins that. Yeah, I honestly don't know who wins out of that duel.
They
Right?
wrestled earlier this year.
Right. They wrestled earlier, right? And
Yeah,
St.
and there are a
Charles won.
couple of significant guys got beat
Yeah.
that I think will not get beat this weekend.
I think Olson might have got pinned the first time.
Well, we're not. Yeah, he did.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, and here's the thing. I mean, it's all about, again, it'll be that chess match. You got to stay
Right.
away from certain people with your guys. So,
Right.
Yep. Well, so let's go back into this. Your criticisms of the podcast, Marty.
There's no criticisms. There's just people asking.
Suggestions.
Here's the thing: when you do a podcast, you can't take anything personal. I learned that day one when I became a head wrestling coach. I can't take it.
I definitely don't take things personal.
You know
Have you
what?
done a lot of? Have you
my
done a lot of
statistics.
podcasting, Marty?
What?
Have you done a lot of podcasting?
No,
to
I'm
come
saying
up
even
with this?
coaching. When you become a head coach, people talk about you.
Yeah.
I don't care how they talk about me, whether it's good or bad. At least they're talking, right? That
Yeah.
means they've been watching us.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
That is true.
Well, I guess my
Not
rebuttal.
not one person on Sunday even remotely said anything criticism. They loved it.
Well, I want to go back to that thing of like, we talk a lot about college wrestling and stuff, and to be honest, do you think that we don't emphasize college fandom enough at the developmental level?
As far as what you're
Well,
trying
here's
to
a good example. I had a group of kids who were probably anywhere from 5th grade to 7th grade in the gym the other day, and I asked them all if they knew who did I say? Now I'm trying to think of who I mentioned. Either way, I mentioned a college wrestler. I mentioned a specific college wrestler that is currently wrestling, and none of the kids knew who he was. And so my thought process was like, interesting. Why aren't people familiar with more college wrestling? I think wrestling specifically.
Where's my hands at? Right here.
Yeah, we compete a lot.
Video game.
Yeah, but social. Well, no, yeah, I would say there's probably more social media, but social media is just
It's a video game too.
Yeah, sure, but I guess what I'm saying is, wrestling, college wrestling, or high school wrestling, youth wrestling. Youth wrestling is practice for high school wrestling. High school wrestling is practice for college wrestling, right? Like so.
Well, not necessarily, because a huge percentage of people don't go on to wrestle in college. To go on and wrestle, I think it's like 3% of wrestlers end up their college career. I mean, it's.
Yeah, but wouldn't you say that being a fan of the college level would make people better at wrestling?
Oh yeah. We have kids watch college wrestling, undoubtedly. I mean, when college wrestling started to show up on TV, I would say, hey, I was wrestling so and so, or somebody's wrestling so and so this weekend. Make sure you watch the duel. Yeah. And now you got ESPN Plus and Big Ten Plus. There's duels everywhere.
Yeah. And the athlete, now that it comes to mind, the athlete that I mentioned was Drake Ayala. I said, anybody in here know who Drake Ayala is? And nobody raised their hand.
Well,
and I was like, that's not a good
story. Right now. Like, who's he wrestle for?
Yeah, right. Who is it?
I mean,
yeah. Well, I just know personally, watching college wrestling was such a important part of my mentality growth, my technical abilities, right? Everything was being a student of the sport and, being motivated by the elite level of competition.
Yeah, but you're one of that 3%, Dalton.
I agree. Yeah.
You went on and finished, and you're probably 1% because you're an All-American too.
Yeah.
So, it's a grind of grinds.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. I was just thinking if we had more fandom, even at the parent level, if the parents were a little bit more aware of college wrestling, I feel like that would trickle down to the kids,
But sometimes parents get encompassed.
Yeah.
And what's going on in their daily basis with their kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since we're kind of talking college and we brought up Ayala, I really thought he might get Davino the other night, but fucking Davino was just tough.
Yeah. He definitely got to a lot more offense this time than he did last time.
He was in deep a couple times, and Davino's pretty damn good.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very good. And his defense, his scrambling ability was really really elite that night. Drake, it looked like he almost like hustled a little bit too much. He tried to finish too quick or maybe not quick enough. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
But Davino was able to kind of scramble out and hold position, either stalemate or not get scored on.
There's no reason to really talk about college wrestling that much this weekend, because what's there to talk about?
Yeah, right. Exactly. I mean, this is kind of my point. What is there to talk about? Like the most important thing I would say to think about right now, off the top of my head, is Ohio State, Penn State. It's like it is the best of the best of wrestling going head to head this week. I don't really.
So you think it's going to be close?
Yeah.
No. Because what's their guy? One of their cannons out.
Yeah. There was a time I thought Ohio State maybe would push them. I don't think it's close. I think they win maybe 2-3 matches.
So we talk about college wrestling, but we never talk about like D3, D2 or anything. Loris and Wartburg wrestle tomorrow night in Dubuque, and Wartburg I think is ranked number 1 or 2, and Loris is ranked 5th in the country, and I'm going to go watch it.
Yeah.
And Loris is probably not going to do well, but still, I'm going to go watch it.
You're a Duhawk. Yeah.
Well, that's what this is. See my shirt? It's a Duhawk. It isn't Hawkeyes.
Yeah.
Why is everything Hawk related in Iowa?
Well, the story I heard is there were 3 schools that had Hawks, and they had to determine who was going to have the Hawkeye. Well, Iowa was the bigger one. So Loris is in Dubuque, so they're Duhawks. And then Co is the Co-Hawks because of the name of their college. So
really?
3 schools. They solved it without any.
A lot of thought process put in out there in Iowa.
There you go. That's what I've heard. So I don't know if it's true.
Well, it sounds right if they're just saying Duhawks and Co-Hawks and
makes sense.
Yeah,
and you want to talk about grinding Division III wrestling, Dalton? You know it. Those are the guys that love the sport, that are just freaking.
Yeah, some of them. I think this is, again, I'll push back on you, Marty. I think that's a little bit of I don't want to say misconception or a little bit of fake news, but not everybody on Division III loves wrestling. I mean, they have the opportunity to wrestle.
Well, you're not getting paid much. You're not getting.
Yeah, but you're also not training every day. You're also not training on the weekends. You're not waking up at 6 in the morning.
I would probably say there's a few teams they are.
What, every day?
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
I mean,
Wartburg.
I would bet you're best of your best there. I mean,
yeah.
I would say.
I wrestled D3. We practice every day.
Well, no, I'm saying every day all throughout the year. Preseason's not the same. Off season's not the same. And even in season, it's not the same when it comes to morning, midday, evening. Like, again, the schedule's just different. You're not training as hard.
Well, you do at Division III, you do have classes too.
Yeah, those kids actually have to go to class.
Yeah, we were trying to get a degree.
Listen,
yeah.
As somebody who did it all, I definitely went to classes at the Division I level, and I also went to classes at the Division III level. So
you're like the 0.5% now.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody had
class.
That's the key to like small colleges, whatever. You have small classes. You got to go to class, get to know the professor, and you're going to do fine. Then it's just but you start skipping a class, cutting weight or something, whatever, then. All of a sudden people disappear. And I was in a dorm my freshman year at Loris that there were 10 guys that weren't there at semester. And they were just all of a sudden, a couple of them left like at night. Their parents came and got them and took them out of dorms and they were gone.
Yeah. Well, school is a difficult thing to continue to do. I mean, I'm grateful that I don't have to wake up and go to class all day. That's for sure. Because yeah, I mean, school's tough, especially for guys who just like to wrestle and want to just train and compete in the sport. Wrestling oftentimes is like that you have to, well, if you want to keep wrestling, you kind of have to go to class. It's like, well, I didn't really want to go to class, but I guess I'll do it because that's the only way I can continue to wrestle.
Well, college is it makes you learn how to control your time because you have so much time because you go to 3 classes a day and they're maybe an hour. So it's 3 hours of classes. And then what are you going to do the rest of the day? You're going to go hang out and screw around, or are you going to do your homework, get stuff done, and you're going to go to practice? I mean, you got to be able to take care of your time. It's tough.
For sure. Yeah, it was always an opportunity to learn how to manage your day and what you needed to do. I agree. Yeah, that was good. But Yeah. So back to this Ohio State Penn State. You're just telling me Penn State's going to walk away with it?
I think so. I think you get a couple wins. I mean,
A couple wins on Ohio State. Is that all you're giving them?
that's right now. Yeah.
So you're saying Lilladal wins against Buzakis.
Yep.
You're saying Blaze beats Davino.
I think Davino gets the win there.
Okay, so
I
Davino
could
gets
be in
the
the
bid.
minority, but I think
Okay.
Davino pulls that out. That's one they could win.
Okay, and then you think who wins, Mendez or
Mendez.
Braden Davis?
Mendez is the best wrestler in college.
Now, do you think Braden Davis is going to wrestle, or do you?
I
think,
hope not.
No.
I don't think so either.
Well,
He
no,
hasn't wrestled since he got pinned, I think.
And then kick the guy.
Yeah, but he only got pinned. I mean, that was only one duel, so it's not like he missed out like 7 duels or something.
Well, I don't think they're throwing him back in to get tech-falled by Mendez.
Well, they're eventually going to have to throw him back in at some point because his red shirt's been pulled.
Probably the Big Tens.
Okay.
I mean,
okay, so you say all right.
They wrestled twice this weekend, right?
Yeah.
And he didn't step on in the second one. He could have. So I don't know. I don't see him going out there.
Okay, so you got Jesse Mendez winning. You got Shane Van Ness versus Ethan Styles. Number 4 versus number 1. You say Penn State.
Yeah.
PJ Duke versus Cannon. You're saying Cannon's out.
Yeah.
Now, is that a confirmed out? Why is he out?
He got hurt against I forget who. Like 3 weeks ago. He pulled out it was a close win too.
Okay.
And since then he hasn't been back in the lineup. So
I got you. So you got PJ Duke winning over whoever they put in there. Then you got Mitchell Messenbrink versus Patty Gallagher. Give that to Messenbrink.
Yeah.
Levi Haynes versus Carson Karchlaw. Number 1 versus number 4.
Major.
Levi Haynes. Okay,
Yeah.
so Rocco Welch versus Dylan Fishbeck. That's number 1 versus number 5. You going with Welsh?
yeah.
Okay. Josh Barr versus Luke George. Josh Barr.
Probably Barr.
Mirasola versus Feldman. So this is the okay.
That's the toss-up. There you
Okay,
go. There's
so
maybe your 3 wins.
Okay, I got you. I believe you.
Like I said, we talked about what they did to Iowa, but I think you just got to look at how
Buzakis everybody.
Buzakis
good is Penn State.
The hard part is Buzakis could win. He's doing very well.
100%.
And Karchlaw could win. So that puts it 5-5.
Karchlaw has not beaten him ever.
Well,
he just got beat by.
Sorry, not Karchlaw. Who did? Who did I just say was against Welsh?
Maybe Fishback.
That's what I meant. Fishback.
Maybe.
So Fishback could win, and Buzakis could win. So that if they both win, that's 5-5. That's 5-5. But Penn State's going to have the major decisions and the bonus points.
Yeah, I mean, Styles could pull the upset, right? I mean, yeah, there's a lot of maybes. I don't see it happening. I don't know.
Well, let's see. We got some chatter on the. David Woosley says Penn State by 20.
That's easy.
Probably a safe bet.
Yeah.
I don't know about 20. I mean, if you get a major decision.
Hey, this is also Davino and Blaze. I mean, Blaze could easily beat Davino, So,
right.
I mean, it's.
You say easily beat Davino.
Well, I mean, just saying he could beat him, right? Not easily, not handily, but I mean that's.
Yeah, you're
only
more
match
like.
I think Ohio State's. Really,
there's a good chance that Ohio State's going to win one match too.
Yeah. So Penn State there's a situation where Penn State could literally like destroy Ohio State, and then there's another shot that Ohio State might make it close.
Maybe, yeah.
That's it. Okay. I agree with that for sure. I think I don't think Penn State's losing, but I do think it could be pretty close. I do think it could go 5-5 and go down.
But that still may not be close because they'll get all the majors.
Yeah, all the majors will definitely be. But again, even if it's 5 majors, that's only 5 points ahead of them. So be interesting to see how that works. But
let's throw a bet on that, Dalton.
Throw a bet? I'm not a gambler, Marty.
What?
I'm not a gambler. And I
think
you're not? Oh, no, and I would only go gamble. I would only probably gamble on the wins and the losses, like the heads up. Okay, Davino's going to beat Blaze or vice versa or something like that. The team stuff is, I mean, again, what if they put a different lineup out there? Now, Ohio State was talking a big game at the beginning of the year. I don't know if you heard Tom Ryan talk about why Penn State should have been at the national duels, but he was pretty upset about it. And I think this is one of those things where it's like, be careful what you wish for, because if they were there, you wouldn't be getting your $250,000 that you got.
They looked at the beginning of the year and even a few weeks ago, Ohio State, I really thought had a chance. And now watching them more, I just and Penn State, it's just, they're both on a course of moving up, but Penn State's just widening the gap right now.
Yeah.
Which,
we talked
Cal
about
does something this time of year, man. He gets those guys just.
What do you mean this time of year?
Well, I'm just saying, when
That's
he
a
gets
12-month it's a 12-month year thing.
He's getting towards the trophy time of the season. Now these guys really turn it on for him.
I see.
Not that they haven't all year.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they've been like slouches, but I just like.
I was gonna say, I think they had like four or five of the guys that were on the U20 world team or whatever, or I don't know, whatever the world team was. It was majority Penn State people. So it's like, seems like Cal's got everybody rocking 12 months out of the year.
Oh yeah, those guys don't take time off, and they shouldn't. They're getting paid for it.
Yeah, they are. They are a lot.
So let's talk about the disparity in the Big Ten.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Man, there's some decent. I mean, there's a big drop off of teams. You're watching something, it's just like, what the heck?
Well, so I watched a video that Ben Askren put out, and it was titled, "What are a lot of these college coaches doing wrong?" He talked about what he thought was limiting so many of these other programs outside of the elite. And he talked a lot about the grind mentality that has been, I guess, a large approach for the longest period of time in the sport of wrestling. And what do you think is holding back? What do you think is causing the disparity between the programs?
Probably NIL, the amount of money they can use and everything else. But I mean, just like it's.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, but here's the thing: the
transfer portal.
Yeah, okay. Then you take like Michigan State and stick them in another conference, and they're going to kick the crap out of everybody. I mean, it's just the Big Ten is a grind of grinds. It's just incredible. It's awesome.
Well, so I'll do a little shout out. I actually had a conversation with Stephen Dwyer about this topic, and we talked about the fact that Penn State's going to get the best recruits. They're going to get the best recruits to some extent at the same level. Iowa and Ohio State are also going to get the best recruits. So let's just say those three universities are in a elite category as far as attracting the very best recruits to their programs. Okay, so how everybody else is operating, they're maybe operating from the top 3 to top 10 ranked guys nationally as recruits, as opposed to the top 3 guys in each weight class. So with that being said, what is keeping Michigan or Illinois or I would say Minnesota, but Minnesota beat Iowa. What's keeping those guys? Because it's not just NIL, because some of those guys are getting more NIL at Iowa, say, than Penn State, but yet they can't beat the Penn State guys.
Well, there's something called, I think it's called coaching.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's called getting into. Here's my thing. I'm a huge believer in the sport of wrestling. Is a very young person sport. You have a very short period of time where you can be successful in wrestling. It's the same way at coaching. You start getting older and older, and then all your assistant coaches are getting older with you. And who's going to freaking get in there and grind, and who's going to do the technique and stuff? It's a young man's sport, and it's a quick thing, and it's like that, and it's gone. But it's just. You've got to have some young people in there, and and you got to have coaches that they know who the heck they are and what they've done.
The other thing I think that keys in is this transfer portal. right?
Yeah.
So if I'm at Illinois, Michigan State, and I'm successful, I'm an All-American for them.
Gone.
Now I'm looking, well, hey, maybe I can get more money. So so it's tough to build upon, I think. That's my opinion on it, because
some teams
I can go and make more
the
money at the next school.
They go to the portal and they don't do a very good job of getting somebody out of the portal.
Well,
Those guys could have stayed right where they were.
Sure, but
Yeah.
I guess what I was going to say is Michigan got a lot of guys out of the portal. Illinois got a lot of guys out of the portal, and still they're not making any dent in the top 3 of the Big Ten.
Yeah, that's good. That's a brutal thing to be, right? I mean, you take Illinois and Michigan out and put a duel against almost anybody else in the country, and they're going to beat them.
Right.
But, I mean, it's just the Big Ten, man. It's it's a big hill to climb to get up to it.
So, do you have any teams in mind specifically, Marty, that you think are the coaching staffs are not as they should be?
Well, I do, but I'm not saying it. I mean, that's like one sense. Why would you do that? Why would you say publicly that there's somebody that I don't think is, I mean,
that's the point of a podcast, right? You hear
but
podcasts.
In that point, nobody gives a crap what I say about that.
Sure. Well, look, if you go to the tournament, the kids tournament, I think there's a lot of people that must care.
Yeah. Well, they did, but
they want to hear Marty's opinion.
I mean, sometimes it's better to keep your mouth shut.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about this then. I'll start this one though. But don't you think you at least have to have a coach? So the University of Illinois doesn't even have a coach. The whole season they haven't had a coach, and I was told. Beginning. Yeah, and I was told by some people connected to the situation that we were going to get a determination or some sort of resolution at the end of last month. And we're almost 2 weeks into February, and we still have no finalized resolution. So
I don't think they're going to do anything now until the end, because I mean it would be a horrible thing either way if they make a decision. They haven't made it should have been made right away, but
yeah,
I mean it's tough.
But the transfer portal is opened, I think, at the end of March. Is it like the end of March after NCAAs? Yeah. The transfer portal opens. If they don't have a determination in March,
they're behind.
They're going to be there's going to be a potential mass exodus of guys, and then what are these recruits going to do, not knowing who the recruit is going to be?
Right.
You don't think colleges are recruiting
together? Right?
Say that again.
You got to hope that Hunter can keep it together there, right? Hey guys, don't. He's your face right now of the program, right? Jeremy Hunter.
Yeah.
Like he's got to, step in and be that guy to keep the calming force. Hey, don't take off yet, because, we're.
And he's in a tough position because he doesn't know what his position is going to be soon either.
Right.
If they get a new coach, he might let him go.
He might be gone, right?
Yeah. It's in a bad situation all the way around.
Yeah. They're not doing their wrestling team any justice by not making the decision.
No, and just when they were starting to make some noise, and starting to wrestle good, and then this happens, and
yeah.
Even though I'm an Iowa guy, I'm just very close to being an Illinois person.
Well, we'll get you. I don't know what I'm. Yeah, I don't know. That's part of the disparity. I feel like a lot of it seems that. That's an issue that could cause some issues as far as trying to make a dent in the top 3 programs. And I have actually another thing to talk. I'll tell you guys off air and about that situation. That's pretty interesting to find out how it's gonna to play out. But
let's circle back real quick. We got the sectionals this weekend, so we'll get back to the high school.
Right, big time.
There's quite a few kids, maybe, and I say quite a few, but some kids in the Nick 10 that have good shots at going back downstate, right?
Yeah, I think the 2A sectional is going to be tough, but obviously Rockford East has 2 guys,
and I think
Ty Smart and Dana Wixon, that are going to be.
They got a lighter weight kid that's got a shot too, maybe like a 13-pounder or somewhere. I thought.
Yeah. Well, again, the challenge is that regional or that sectional. That sectional is pretty tough.
And then the Tennyson kid from North, I think, has a good shot to get out.
And he's in that same sectional, correct?
Yeah, Van Acker here from Belvedere. He's a returning qualifier. It's a tough bracket, but he's very capable.
So everybody, let's see. So Belvedere schools, Rockford East.
Yep.
They go to Freeport. They go to Geneseo.
Freeport probably does too, right?
Yeah. They got it's a 6-pounder. The Diedrich, he's pretty tough.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And then Hononegah, Guilford is Jefferson and Auburn in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they have any qualifiers for Jefferson and Auburn?
And
I don't know.
Yeah.
Jefferson heavyweight. Yeah.
Okay. And
he's had a pretty solid season.
And where is that? Is that sectional still at Barrington?
Barrington.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And so that's there, and then single A.
The Guilford kid, right? Did you say him? He's there. Right?
Dominic Angulari.
What's he at 13 this year? Or is he at 20?
He's at 20. No. He's at 13. Wherever DeClerc is at. Where's
okay?
at?
20.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
13 or 20. Yeah. And then down south, the sectional for single A is at Byron. And all the single A teams, Lena Winslow, Oregon.
Yeah. And that's
obviously Byron.
That's a grinder as well.
Yeah, that's always the tough one. They have some new teams coming in and some teams coming out, but it's always a good sectional.
Yeah.
Good meaning a sectional that takes that a lot of the better kids don't get to go downstate.
Yeah, I mean your top 4 there are usually standing on the podium downstate, and there's kids sitting at home that could probably be on the podium that were in that section. I mean, it's a grind. So
yeah, it is. So those are the sectionals that everybody in the area is going to be at this weekend. And I mean, like every year, there should be a good amount of guys that qualify. See how they do this year.
Yeah,
Hononegah is going to have a great year
at the state tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Hopefully.
What do you think? Do you think they'll beat their last year's records or what?
I don't know.
What records they got?
What they put in the finals last year?
3.
3?
I think they could have 3 state champs this year, though. Maybe even 4. Realistically.
Yeah. It's not off the table.
No, it's not.
We'll name them. Let's hear.
No, they could be 4 state champions. I'm not throwing a spot on them. No, they're.
Well, yeah, but now you're making me work. I want
to. You know who they are.
Yeah,
okay.
You know.
You're considering Jackson Olson, Rocco Cassiope, Bruno Cassiope, and Brody Sindel. Those are 4 individuals that are highly ranked, highly competitive guys going into the state series. Very possible. Very possible.
I mean, sectional final for is it Bruno who's at 65, right?
Yeah.
Right. He could have the Lopez kid from Warren.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, I think Lopez beat him early in the year,
Yep.
but that could be potential state final match.
That's at sectionals.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
another thing.
Sides.
Speaking of, you just brought up another idea. So, now that the team sectional stuff came early, we were talking about this, but Jimmy Massney over at Marion, he wrestled Josh Hoffer in a duel the week before regionals. They wrestled in the finals of regionals. They wrestled at the dual team sectional, and then they're going to wrestle at.
No, they didn't wrestle in the finals of the regional.
No.
They wrestled in the dual team. Marion's not in the same regional as Washington.
Okay, so they didn't wrestle in the regional.
But they could wrestle this weekend.
Sorry, the same week though, or whatever. Yeah. They wrestle in every single week, basically throughout the state tournament, and this most likely the state finals match. So
that 190 weight class in 2A.
There's 215 that I'm talking about though.
No, but I'm saying mastery though is at 190.
No, he's up to 215 now.
You're shitting me.
No.
Oh, that's great for Dan Casillas' kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought. I mean, I was
kid there.
Yeah, I was putting that as the best weight class in the state.
Yeah, it's definitely still a tough weight class. I mean, Jackson Penovich is there, and
So he's going to be a heavyweight in college.
No, he's going to be 97.
We'll see. We will see.
Well,
that's what a lot of people think that, right? And then all of a sudden these guys are 230.
Well, sure. I mean, I don't necessarily think that.
Here, I'm going to give you this.
Connor Demo just wrestled heavyweight.
Yeah, so he's gray shirting at Wisconsin. He took third at 175 last year. He's 225 pounds right now.
Yeah,
and he's going to go heavyweight for Wisconsin.
But if you're 225, you shouldn't go heavyweight.
Well, first of all, yeah, you are. If you want to be that's what he wants to do is be a heavyweight. So you got to put on a little bit more meat. I mean,
but 225 is a very small amount.
Okay, but then you put on another 20 pounds. Now you're 245, and now you're a perfect heavyweight.
Yeah.
Okay. You think he's got 245 on him?
I do.
Interesting. Well, I mean,
he's a competitive dude.
Yeah, I believe it. I just was curious whether or not, that's like a good weight. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's the same with that Braxton Amos guy. He's a heavyweight, but he doesn't look like a good heavyweight.
What?
He looks a little soft up there.
Oh my Lord! He's one of the best heavyweights. He's like top 9 in the country.
Yeah, but we could all agree that this is not a great year for heavyweight NCAA.
No, this is a very even year, which is good.
Yeah.
But even at the top, they're not as close to the talent that we had the last 3 years.
Well, you're never going to see that again.
Yeah.
I hope we do.
Unbelievable heavyweight. I mean, you had heavyweights that were winning gold medals, Olympic gold medals. I mean,
yeah. You think that's like that's only a small, short-term thing? That wasn't going to be a cycle that continues to go through?
I don't. It's again. I mean, there might be a couple guys, 2 guys, but there was a period of time there could be 6 guys. There were 6 guys. It was just a brutal. Yeah. It was awesome actually for the sport, but
I think it's a cycle. I think it'll come back. It's just not right now.
I may not be around.
Yeah. Well, I don't think so. I think one, when you look at the kid from Iowa, and I keep forgetting his name. No, the high school kid from Iowa that's going to Oklahoma State.
Deshaun.
I mean, Deshaun Ross. He is unbelievable. And then you got Kobe Merrill, who's coming into heavyweight, and then you got Mako. So, I mean, I disagree wholeheartedly with you guys because there's a group of freshmen that are going to come in the next couple of years that are 100% going to be at the top, and they are freaks amongst freaks. I watched.
Make sure you write that down right now. So
you can write it down yourself. Mako is not going to be a slub. Like Mako's kid is legit. Kobe Merrill is legit. Deshaun Ross is legit. There's some heavyweights coming in. I guess that's my point is I don't think that the heavyweight class right now is going to survive the next recruiting class in the heavyweight division. So, I mean, there's some really tough. Yeah. There's some really tough kids coming in. And when you get a chance to see Deshaun Ross wrestle, you'll see real quick like, oh, this guy's like the new Gable Stevenson. So, he's good. He's good. He's a big guy. Unless he decides to play football, which is a total possibility because football money is more than wrestling money. So depends on how he takes that. But that's a tough thing to compete with. What are you choosing? What are you choosing? Football NIL or wrestling NIL?
Yeah. Short-lived life though in football.
Yeah, right. It's tough on the body. Wrestling seems to be as well. But
yeah.
Well, guys, anything else thinking about?
No. Oh, Dalton, I've got a tea time at 1:00 in Champaign on Wednesday.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. 64 degrees.
There's no and they're opening up the course?
It's open. It's been open. That place is open year round, the orange and blue course.
Really?
I called, got a tea time at 1:00.
Wow.
Marie and I are going to play. What?
On Wednesday, you said?
Yeah. 1:00.
All right.
You probably still have to work.
Yeah.
Right?
I won't be down there till Thursday.
Yeah, we're getting the little head start there. And the only thing might be 20-mile-an-hour winds, but that's okay.
What tee box are you going to play?
Oh, I'll play where the old 62-year-old people play.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I don't know if I want to be in a hurry to get out to the golf course quite yet. I think I'm actually going to go play at the that X Golf, the indoor simulator place
down by the mall.
Yeah, by the mall.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
We played there.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start there, Marty. I'm not going to be in a rush to get outside and lug my bag around in 60-degree weather or 50-degree weather.
Well, then after the state tournament, then I'm going to Vegas for 10 days.
Okay, so now I get it. Now you're just working your
Yeah.
way up. So
Oh
you're
yeah,
doing
otherwise I'm
something.
going to get shamed by those guys that live out there.
Yeah. All right.
Which
Well,
I always
hopefully
do
you.
anyhow.
Yeah. Hopefully your driver's working. But
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. In Florida, it worked great in Florida, and then I went to the sports score, and there's something wrong with it. I don't know. I think it could be my little brain, or it could be because I'm married to a golf pro.
Yeah.
well, in that case, it's supposed to be the opposite. It's supposed to
Well,
work. pretty well.
I'm starting to listen to her finally.
You think?
Yeah, 100%.
And she would say she would agree with that statement.
Yes, of course she would.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well,
Alrighty.
have a good rest of your day. And
Yeah. Dan, I'll see you down at
We'll
the
talk
state
next week.
tournament.
Yeah, we'll see you.
Yeah, sounds great.